Hey, you guys, don't mind the craziness. Right now, I'm trying to like hit pan, and I did hit pan on it. The Danessa Myricks Balm Shade 6, but this is my little intro for playing catch up. At this point, this is playing catch up series, and I'm probably going to continue on with palettes and stuff, but this is going to be mostly eyeshadow based. I might throw in some products here and there because I do got a lot of products I need to catch up on. I'll probably be using in the video, like blushes, certain things. But like I said, I've been participating in a lot of retail therapy. Not bad. Horrible for my bank account. But like, you know, it's like a damn dragon. I keep hoarding this shit. So I need to use these products. And last year, especially last year, horrible retail therapy. You know, I was going through a lot of stuff with my mama and, you know, still going through it now. But still, like, I need to catch up on these products. So this, I've been liking like the whole format that's all on like, and Angela YouTube videos and other people's where like they do multiple palettes in one video. So this is my version of it, but playing catch up with all the products that I've swatched, but I don't even I hadn't even used on my eyes yet to like see how the formula would be working, because you know swatches are different versus using it with brushes, how it, you know, fall out, all that stuff. So yeah, this is my version of that, and I cannot wait. I already have the first palette I'm going to use for this video, and this video is dedicated to Bella Beauté bar. I got a lot of Bella Beauté bar, and I'm going to buy another one, which is the Ocean Jewel. I pretty much bought damn near every almost every Bella Beauté bar. I'm sorry, like they're becoming my favorite brand. Color Story, formula, all that stuff. So the price point don't like, but you know, thankfully for these codes I've been using from other people, saving some more. So I think for this and maybe the next 3 videos, maybe it's going to be Bella Beauté bar focus. This one is going to be heavily based on, you know, the last the palettes I got last year. And I got a lot of palettes from last year versus this year, because you know they're just now releasing new palettes for this year. So most of the palettes have been palettes that they had before but restocked. So yeah, this is going to be heavily on that. Okay, so let's get into the video. Hey guys, so I'm not gonna lie, today's tutorial is going to be very quiet because someone's mowing the lawn outside. They stopped for now, which is crazy because it's about to rain. That's probably why they stopped. But it's going to be silent. I'm going to be pointing at the shades because look at this. And I wish it wasn't going to be so dang on gloomy. My base is not the best that it can be today. And I'm pissed off. Oh my goodness. My sister was right. It's giving Oopa Loopa-ish. You cannot. I don't think you can tell. But okay, so I turned up the exposure just a little bit. Oh, sorry. But like, I'm not feeling my base. Listen, Danessa always gets me right, so I know it's not Danessa. And unfortunately, I think it's the Fenty. It's a soft matte. But then again, I haven't used that bottle in a long time. So right now, my face is 385, which I thought was my color. I mean, from a distance. But I tried a few new stuff. For my base, obviously, I went for my usual stuff, like my Danessa Myricks Balm. For the eyebrows today, I think I used the Color Fix Nude 11 for my eyebrows. Then I went into her Groundworks palette and started using the powders to set it. Of course, I use her contour. What is this? Is this her contour slash bronzer balm? Whatever this is, baby, I love it so much. I made a pretty good dent in it, and it comes with a mirror. I don't know about you, but doesn't it look like it's removable, where you could just buy a refill? If it is, Danessa, you have me for life. But this is the shade Medium 3. I use this around my perimeter. And as usual, I always go with the tanned Juvia's Place. Today, I decided to go for the darker part. And yeah, oh, concealers. NYX concealer. I used the shade Caramel and Warm Honey because I didn't want it too bright. I should have gotten a little bit brighter, but considering how my base is looking, like you cannot see. No, you can't see. But like, I see flakes. I don't know what's going on. I did my skincare routine. Perfect, fine, cool, whatever. Went out for like maybe 1 or 2 hours-ish with my dad. And yeah, I came back because my skin was moisturized. You know what? Maybe it's because I rushed my skincare routine because I was in a rush. Maybe that's it. I didn't have the time to like really set, you know, let my skincare routine set by set. So maybe that's what's causing it, or the sunscreen, but whatever. It is what the fuck it is. What else did I use? Oh, so this is a new to me product, not brand, but product, and it's the About Face. They have these new loose setting powder. This one is called Draped. Okay, now can y'all see? And no, it looks crazy, but after I use this all over, pretty much all over my face to like set the highlight, the yeah, mostly my highlighted areas. it actually is more like a skin tone finish. And I thought it was going to be brighter because of how it looks. But once you like set it all over my face, it's pretty Gucci. Okay, it's pretty Gucci. So yeah, that's it for my base. Oh, for my eye primer, what I decided to do was use the shade Nude 4. Let me see. Is this Nude 4? Yes, it is Nude 4 in the color fix. So this is the part where I'm not going to talk as much because I need to focus on my eyes, and there's a lot of outside activity right now. So let's get into it. Okay. Okay, we're going to the shade Paid Partnership, and we're just gonna go in with fluffy brush and to the outer V and make a V shape. Then after that, you're going to go use a pointer brush into the shade Lash Lighting. Go over those V points just to deepen up those shades. Okay, go back and forth if need to, so that way we can really see the colors on your eyes, honey. And after you go back and forth between both shades to get the amount that you want, you're going to go into a dense shader brush and use the shade Feud all over the lid. And that's going to be the base for the shimmers when we get to the shimmers, of course. You're also going to do the same and put that on the highbrow. And you're just going to go back in between all three shades to deepen up yourself. And I'm go in with the shade Light Lashing and like this liner brush to kind of deepen up that cat eye look. So then you're going to take a fluffy brush and go into the shade Fake Famous. I don't want to spray it just yet, but I'm just going to tap it towards the outer edge of my eye. And then you're going to flip it around and dip into the shade Depleted. Of course, I kind of lost some of my crease, but I'm going to go into a liner brush and to deepen up, go back into the shade Lashing and Lighting and just deepen up that crease. Of course, I use the shade Viral on my inner corner, plus I use a fluffy brush to highlight my brow bone. Girl, it's so nice. Look 2, we're going to clean our brushes and go into the shade Authenticity, and we're just gonna, actually, my bad, child. We're actually gonna go into the shade Energy Vampire and kind of make, a V shape towards the outer, like a nice little cat eye thing. And of course, with a clean brush, we're gonna go into that shade Authenticity then and kind of right on top of that shade Energy Vampire. And just kind of blend, honey. Blend. Go back and forth if you need to. And after that, we're definitely going to have to tap into the shade Drained and all over the lid, child. All over the lid and a little bit on the brow bone area. So, besides me struggling to find out which shimmer I want to use, I ended up choosing the shade Screenshot towards the outer V. And then for my lid area, I decided to use the shade Bold Glamour. Bro, these shades are out of this world. And for my inner corner and brow area, I ended up using the shade Digital Zombie. Y'all, trust me, we are using every shade in this dang on palette. You see that shade Digital Zombie? Bro, one thing about Bella Beauté Bar, they know how to do these, I don't know, like these hot neon, dare I say neon, iridescent, close to iridescent shades, like, cause there's another shade that's catching my eye from another palette of theirs, which we will play with next. It's so nice. Like, they know how to do that so well. It's just so eye-catching from far away. But one way to bring both of these looks together, I'm going to the shade Monetize for both eyes underneath my lash line, and that's the shade that we're going to use. And for Monetize, on top of that, I'm going to use the shade Backlash. Yes, girl, I know. Actually, no, I'm lying to y'all. We're going to use the shade Collab. That's going to be over the dark green Monetize, and then towards the inner corner at the bottom is going to be the shade Backlash. Like I said, we literally used every single eyeshadow up in here. Like, these are so nice. And you're just gonna like kind of use the shade Backlash going to blend into, you know, the inner corners of the highlighters, you know? It's so nice. I'm telling you, like, these shadows are nice. The only thing that I had a problem with was the shade Backlash. I felt like it was a little too mushy for my liking, I will say. So I don't know how to work with that. Okay, y'all. I'm not done, but I'm so obsessed with the shimmers and everything. Don't look too close, girl. Don't look too close. But like, oh my God, like I'm so obsessed with these. I can't wait to lower the exposure so y'all can see the greatness that this is. And I can't believe I wasn't planning on using every single shade, but I was like, halfway through it, I was like, fuck it, why not use every single shade? And I'm glad. I used some half mink lashes. I just repurposed this nail thing and put my half link lashes in there. All I have to say is, girl, if you wear glasses, get you the half mink and the short ones. Like, you can still get like the variety. As you can see, there's a lot of variety, and it's still fluffy and nice with the clear band, and it feels so nice, especially when you are like me where you have curly lashes. Oh my goodness, the struggle to put on a full lashes, even if you trim them, it's just too much. It's too much. So I love them a lot. But for the fun part, blush. Now I'm thinking on this side, have I used Golden Hour? No, I swatched it. I can tell because of the finger marks instead of brush marks. So I'm gonna use these two on this side, make an ombre, red in the back, orange towards the front, because the whole point of it being winged out is kind of leading into the blush. And then on this side, Dancing Queen. And I'm gonna use the same palette for the highlight, to be honest with you. I think my NYX liner sat for long enough, so that's cool, or whatever. But I'm telling you, Danessa got my coins every single time. Let me get my brush. The next one, the brush I'm gonna use, I've been like using her brushes a lot. And this is the Rose and Bren brushes. I got the set for like the face. Actually, it's a 3-part. Is it? Yes, it's a 3-part. I didn't get the eye brushes because I got plenty of eye brushes. But like, if I had to repurchase the complexion brushes again, I'm getting it. This is the C41. Get the 3 set. It's like the one with like a fan, which is I'm going to use for like my highlight. And actually, I'm not going to use it today because it's a little bit big, but I tend to use that brush for like around my face. You just brush it off on your microfiber towel. That's the best way to get any pigment off of it. And then reuse it again for like liquid. I use that for liquid. I use that for creams. I use that for powder. This is good. Her brushes are mad good. And if you want to do an ombre, girl, this is the brush for you. Like, you see how it's shaped? Babes. So I'm gonna go like halfway into Red Velvet. Wait, the way that this is gonna be set up. Okay, so on this side, half in Red Velvet, just a little bit. Like half in Red Velvet. And then on the other side, I'm going to use Golden Hour. So it can be like a nice ombre already on the brush. Like real tap in real nice. And I'm just gonna tap like that. And it's like instant blending. You see? 2 colors already. And I need to bring it up actually. And just keep tapping. And one thing about Danessa, it blends so nicely. But I need to bring it up some more. So I'm gonna go towards the tip a little bit more. And then I'm gonna go towards the tip a little bit more, like so. Leaning towards the tip so that way it's right up there. So that way it blends in. And that's only on the very top parts. And let me get this cat hair off, child. I see you. And it's so easy to clean. And then the other side like this, same way. I'm just gonna literally on the other side, but like at the very tip, so that way it's there, you know? There we go. And that's how you get a nice ombre brush with this. Okay, you see? I just need a little bit more. Just keep tap, tap, tap. And kind of go back and forth a little bit. I'm just gonna keep tapping with this. And bring it down just a little bit, And that's the easiest way if you want to get an ombre brush with this. Like, just tap into both and you're good. But I want a little bit more orange. See, kind of leading into it, you know? And just take just one tap of Vanessa and put it right here for the orange, for the golden hour brush. And just boop, 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 boop. Kind of blend that towards my face a little bit more, because baby, first of all, I'm not a huge fan of red. My sister is more of a huge fan of red blush, but baby, Vanessa got me covered. I'm more of an orange type of girl when it comes from blushes. If we have to stay within that family, that warm family, like red is not my color. But with Vanessa, anything is possible. Okay, I'm going to wipe this off my microfiber, and on this side I'm going to Dancing Queen, leading into, of course, the eyeshadow. So everything's so sticky. Oh, that's one thing about having a damn cat. Like cat hair gets into everything. And I'm just gonna go back and forth like this because it's kind of rounded to fit towards the face. So literally like that, leading into the eye shadow, like literally where the cat eye is, leading down. Baby, oh my god. And that's Dancing Queen on this side. You see, oh, girl. And it sucks that I'm gonna have to take this off like literally as soon as I'm done. Like, well, not as soon as I'm done. I'm going out to print something from the library because I need to return something. But baby, this is just, come on, Dancing Queen. So literally 3 blushes on my face, depending on which side. Like, if I had to stick with this eyeshadow look on both sides, I already know which lip product to go, but today we're just gonna go with the nude. A nice brown lip liner and maybe a light brown lipstick. No, not lipstick. A light brown lip gloss. Let me swatch my NYX stuff and then I'll see. But first, highlight. How could I forget about the highlight? Duh. Obviously on this side, I'm gonna go with Viral as a highlight. And on this side, I'm gonna go for Digital Zombie. Those are the only 2 iridescents up in here. So that's the highlight for today. Give me a moment while I look for a highlighter brush. And I know I should definitely use a different brush. However, I'm gonna be honest here, I'm not in the mood. I kind of want to brighten up this under eye area, so I'm gonna go into Made by Mitchell. These are his eye lights. First of all, I got the darkest shade, I believe. I think he only has 3 of these, and I got the darkest one because when I go on TikTok, I barely be seeing the black girlies use these, and I think it's because of these 2 shades that they think, oh, that's too dark for me. No, girl, swatch it. First of all, I'm considered like, I guess, mid-tone light skin, depending, but like if you swatch it, it's actually lighter than what it appears in the pan. This is actually much lighter than what I thought it was. Like, I used it to like set my color corrector the other day. It was coming off lighter because of how it is. Next time I'll probably use Blaze because this is more peachy in tone. But baby, how come I don't see the black girlies use this on TikTok? Y'all be going for the super light stuff. Don't get me wrong. This is bright. This is bright. Do not let these pans fool you. If you are a black girl, use this. I'm sorry. Each time I go on TikTok, they have like the shade above it, which is like for the medium tones and stuff, versus, or like the super light tones. Like, girl, why are you using that? This is perfect. This is perfect. Do not let the pan fool you. Do not let the online images fool you. These 2, especially these 2 shades, these are lighter than what they appear to be. I'm gonna be, as a matter of fact, let me swatch these 2 because, well, let me swatch all 4 for y'all. So this is Solar, Luster, then you got Blaze. And then you got Array. I'm thinking I'm gonna use Blaze underneath my eye. But baby, let's swatch. So this is Solar. As you can see, super bright. I'm not gonna use that today. I'm scared to use the top 2, to be honest with you. I'm more comfortable with the bottom 2. Then this is Luster. As you can see, also bright. Then you got Blaze, which is more peach, but still bright. Bright. And then you got Array. Also, Black girls, what are you doing with the super all white powder? Like, don't get me wrong, it's cool for editorial looks, but he did the damn thing when he made this palette. Do you not? Bro, this might be my favorite thing. And I couldn't find any swatches online. Well, barely any swatches online because everybody's using the other two products instead of this one on the same line. Like, what? Bro, like, this is made by Mitchell. You did the damn thing. So based on, I'm gonna go with Blaze. Just to set my, just to brighten this thing up. You see how? Bro, come on, Blaze. And if I really wanted to, yeah, I could go for the super bright one. Oh my god, bro. This is so instantly brightened. I don't know what you girls are afraid of. It's not, I promise you. TikTok girlies, it's not, the black TikTok girlies, it's not as dark as it appears to be. Trust me, it's not as dark. Do you not see how still brighten it up without me looking crazy? Girl, maybe it's because he only sends that out in PR. Why? But then again, most people just buy it. Like, oh my god, girl, I love this so much. I'm just gonna brighten a little bit of everything up because the, not gonna lie, the highlight is given, I'm not saying that it's given, the concealer shade that I'm using is not as brightening, I should say. Come on, Blaze. Blaze, just look at it. Because I see the dip. Oh my god, Blaze. And then Ray, I like to like, maybe I should use Ray underneath here. Bro. Oh my god, come on, Blaze. I'm gonna leave that into like my blush a little bit. This is highlighted. Ah! Girl. Please trust me. It's not as. Now I'm gonna go into Ray and just see how it is underneath here. Oh yes, come on, Ray. See, it's not crazy. Ray is not as dark as I thought it was. Baby, I was scared. The whole time I thought I was only gonna use like maybe 3 out of the 4 powders, but I can use all of them. Trust me, he knew what he was doing. I'm just gonna scoop. I'm just gonna scoop right here. I definitely should have done this before the blush, but it is what the fuck it is. Bro. Oh my god, my baby's making biscuits. Making yourself comfortable, baby. I love my cat so much. Anyways, with the same brush, now that I wiped it off, on this side, I'm going with the shade Viral as a highlight. Just literally 1 tap is all I need. Just for a little sparkle. Not too much. Let's tap in one more time. Just a little sparkle towards the back. Oh my god. Bella. I'm just gonna wipe whatever else. And then Digital Zombie is so, it's so crazy. It's an iridescent, but it's giving neon. Oh my god, look at that. Look at it. And then Digital Zombie. Oh my god. Just literally on the back end. That is it. And that was just 1 tap. I'm just gonna kind of swirl a little bit. Bam. Now, excuse me, let me swatch some of my NYX glosses. It's not really new to me, some of those newer brown shades, but I'm pretty sure I bought each one of these shades at least 1 time but lost every single gloss. Let me be back. Okay, after swatching various shades I bought recently, I'm gonna go with Butterscotch from the NYX Butter Gloss. And for the lip liner, I used their new lasting one, the one that's $8, at least in my state. That lasts a little longer. Like, you just let it sit for like maybe 30 seconds and it's gonna last on, barely smudge proof. Like, it's so smudge proof. For real. It's somewhere in my pile, in my sink. But I'm literally, and it's the shade Rebel kind that I do know. And I'm going to use this as my gloss for today. Yeah. Oh god. NYX never failed. I mean, there were some times that they failed as black girls, but like, as a whole, no, NYX never did. And I'm so excited because today we got a package from ColourPop, and I believe, no, I don't think it's Yes Style. I need to check. Hold up. Oh my god, I love this so much. God babes. God's babes. Anyways, let me figure out what package it is, and because I definitely know one of them is ColourPop and the other one, let me see. The other brand is Shine by SB Cosmetics. And I know I got the new collection, plus they sent over, plus a few singles, and they sent over like the missing shades that I was missing from the last order. At least I hope it's in there. I'm gonna check. One of them they did refund me for, and that's from the Earthbound series. It's only one shade that they refunded me for because they couldn't get it. But like, y'all, this is great. This is ridiculous. This entire palette is just to die for. Okay, like, get into it, get into it. I'm gonna take some pictures and some low expose videos, but babes, do you not see the babes? Let's turn down the exposure just a little bit, because girl, you need to see the shimmer. Look at all, babes, like, look at it. Digital Zombie is just so in your face, bitch. It's just so in your face. Oh my god, girl, I don't know which eye look I like better. And of course you see a little bit of the flaking that I mentioned earlier on, but T, come on Bella, it's just so. Hey y'all, here's my inspo for look 3. I'm using the Poison Garden palette. In hindsight, we're only using like 3 shades in this palette, but in hindsight, it's 2020. I definitely should have used the shade Singing Nestle in like the inner and outer corner, but whatever. For the lid and for the brow bone, we're going to use the shade Devil's Helmet, and we're going to pack that joint in. Okay, so when it comes for these shades, remember, you're gonna have to go back and forth between both. Okay. Also, to like kind of blend out my kind of top lid area, I went into a bronzer palette. But for the outer and inner corner, I ended up using the shade Poison Oak. I was in clearly a green grayish mood. Okay, and you're just gonna keep going back and forth. That gap in between, use whatever bronzer shade that you have. Okay, you black child. I obviously go into my trusty dusty Juvia's Place bronzer duo in the shade Tan, and I think I used a lighter shade. And you're just gonna keep going back and forth until you reach maximum pigmentation. Okay, and I like, you know, their shades because, well, I would say I like their mattes because it's not all shady, you know, it's not all patchy. That's what I meant to say. And you're going to start using a liner brush to kind of smoke out your lash line top and bottom, as above so below. I'm not used to putting stuff on my lash line, so child, I was blinking mad a lot. I got some pigment in my eye, so it just made, and plus, you know, it's just made things worse. But you are going to use, if I were you, and if you have this product, use a dark green liner. Okay, I don't have a dark green liner, so I ended up using a brown liner that's dark brown and blended it out with Poison Oak. That's the best I could do. I feel like brown and green go so well together, so I figured, you know what, fuck it. That's the best way I can get some depth into it. And yeah, and as you can see, I'm pinning myself even more because I'm not used to putting stuff on my waterline. So we're just gonna go back and forth between your shades so you can build up pigmentation if you lost any. Same with like the Juvia's Place bronzer palette. I ended up going back to blend out the Poison Oak underneath. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But next step is coming up soon. You will be taking your favorite eyeshadow primer. Right now, in this one, I used Unearthly Cosmetics Shimmer Primer. Actually, not yet. My bad. Take your liner, okay, from NYX, and you're going to line a straight line and try to do a curve. I'm not good at doing curves, child, on my inner corner. As you can see, I'm struggling a lot over here, so I had to like tug my skin to try to get it. And you're just gonna like that, just go all across, but you're gonna make the bottom line a lot shorter than the top line. Literally, I just stopped. Child, it just kept getting worse and worse. I tried my best, child. I tried. I'm not, as you can see, I'm not really used to using liners, to be honest with you. But after that, if you're an expert, make it as sharp as possible, okay? Buki, I'm not one of those people. So I try to do a curve on the inside and then leading towards the outside as if it's connected, you know? That's why that dark brown is so important, at least in my book. But after this, you're going to take your favorite shimmer primer. Mine's, as of now, I couldn't find my Bella Beauté bar at the moment, so I decided to use Unearthly's shimmer primer, and we go into that shade Poison Ivy. Bitch, Poison Ivy brought everything together. On top of that weird grayish shade as a base, do you not see Poison Ivy? Yo, and if you don't have a colored base on the bottom, Poison Ivy is such a nice shade all on its own. I'm already thinking about using Poison Ivy with a few brown shades. You're also going to use it on your highbrow. Bro, like, I'm already thinking of the shade with a neutral look just by itself. Like, this is out of this world. So I kind of lost some of that Poison Oak, and we're just going to go right back into it. Now, today I'm going back into the NYX liner after I brush this stuff away, but I went into the shade Total Barler, I believe, and I was gonna use another NYX lip gloss, but I'm gonna use the Shine by SD Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Emerald Green, I think. Child, I can tell from the smell of it, it's kind of old, but that's probably why I got it on discount. That's cool, whatever. And of course, you're gonna brighten up your inner corner a little bit, but I would suggest, when it comes for the Live Loud lip liner from NYX, let it sit for like 30 minutes. Well, not 30 minutes, like 30 seconds. Let it dry, and I promise you that shit won't not budge. Like today, on this day, I had like pasta, and it was nice and cheesy for like my break. Baby, my lip gloss was gone, but my lip liner stayed. Just let it sit on your lips for like a minute or so. And today I was gonna use the Lady Gaga House Lab stuff because already I had the hibiscus haze for like that balm on my blush, but to build it up some more, I decided to go into the shade Rosette, I believe, for the powder one on top. And yeah, I must say I love those duos. I really do. Oh yeah, Emerald Escape, my bad, that was the name of the gloss. So yeah, I just like to build it up. I didn't like the smell of it, but that's cool. I'll probably go back in with some more gloss from them the next time they're on sale, and I couldn't decide which highlight to use, so I decided to use a green highlight from Shine by SD Cosmetics using the shade the iridescent shade called Shock from Shine by SD Cosmetics. I believe you can buy it by itself, but of course I got the bundle. And just spray your whole face with the e.l.f. and the one size, and that's it, y'all. So good. Hello, y'all. We are back. I don't know what look this is. What, look 3? No, technically third palette, I think. But we're going into the Strange and Unusual palette. I'm not going to lie. I'm gonna need a little bit more mattes. I do. But like the shimmers, oh yeah, it's popping. As you can see, we're gonna go for like a cat eye red look. I was thinking about messing with the greens, but not really today. Obviously my primer for today is of course the Nessa Color Fix. Today I'm using the shade Nude 4 as like my base. And I'm just gonna use these tapes from Blend Bunny as like a guide. And we'll do the face, but I'll come back when it comes for like the face and stuff. Sorry, I have to like make my screen a little wider so you can see what we're going for. So right here, and high key, I definitely should have brought it up a little higher. I felt like on this eye I should have gone more higher, but it's looking more slanted. It is what the hell it is. For my eyebrows, I did use the Groundworks palette in the shade Black. No, in the black shade, the shade Trembling and Bark, you know. And for the base, we're going back into the shade, into that black shade for like a base. Because I'll be damned. That's going to be like our little packing shade. I'm going to like literally bring it up like from here and down. Let's see. I'm going to make it diagonal. Actually, we are making it diagonal. Let me not look down because I feel like I'm not going to get enough space. Like literally, I'm trying to, with this packing shade, as much as I possibly can. There we go, much better. And just pack. And something's in my eye, as usual. Ooh, hold on, I'll be back. I don't know what it is, but leave it to the side for me to, I hope this isn't water, you know. And you're just gonna pack. This is literally just for the base. Just for the base. Because, don't get me wrong, I love me some shimmers. We're going to play with some shimmers later. If anything, I like this palette mostly for the shimmers instead of the mattes. But then again, it fits the theme very well. But so far, when it comes for color story, kind of my least favorite. And when I thought about, you know, because at the time they were selling like the singles for the shimmer shades by themselves. And when you try to get all the singles at the time, I was like, girl, I might as well just get the palette. And that's what happened. That's how I ended up with this palette, child. So with my eyes still closed a little bit, I'm gonna go into the shade Atom and go over those same black spots, the shade Atom right here. But it's very pretty though. Oh, these shimmers, I have to get into these shimmers another time, but I'm literally just gonna go right on in. It's a sequin, so you're gonna see some glitter. So technically there's a little bit of glitter, but like I guess like the more you blend it, oh my god, maybe it's this tape. I'm not used to something messing with like my lower lash line. As you can see, as I struggle with putting eyeshadow on my lower lash line, okay? So we're just gonna pack that joint in, okay? How y'all doing? I'm literally going back over. Oh, it definitely is a hair. Hold on. Don't mind me. I'm glad that I decided to do this. But like, you see it a little bit, but not too much. Not too much. And high key, I kind of want to take this off. Will it be better? Slightly. It is less irritating though. Matter of fact, let me do it on this side too, because I can't. Whew. The clean line is gone, okay? The clean line, so long as it's nice and clean, it is what it is, you know? And then we're gonna go into more dense. Actually, which brush did I use? No, this one I used for the red. Oh my god. What brush did I use for this thing on, oh, a packing shade. So you can also get like a more fluffier brush like this. This is from the, I've been using the Blend Bunny slash Lens makeup brushes for most of these looks, so you can use that as a reference. And plus this UC 8-7 brush from Unearthly Cosmetics. I believe this came from the Charmer palette. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it showed individually. Which, speaking of Unearthly, y'all can't wait. Like, if you got the mystery box, and it's so crazy because I promised myself no fucking mystery boxes this year, or mystery palettes. Child, I did. We're gonna go into the shade Beetlejuice. Literally, I'm gonna go slightly over the black, leading into my skin tone. Okay, we're just gonna literally right there. But I'm so excited. She showed one more. She peeked one more shade, just one more shade from the mystery palette. Like, people said that if you like greens, you're gonna love this. And we're just gonna see right there, right where it meets the black. And we're gonna go just a little bit over, just a little bit, but like the top part is gonna be blended with, sorry, it's gonna be blended in with that red Linda. Oh, so beautiful. If I had a white base, I feel like Linda's gonna really pop. Okay, bro. So you're literally gonna go right over, like right there, leading a little bit more into that black, into Adam, I should say, but literally like that. And I kind of want to go more diagonal. That shade Lost Souls is calling to me, but it's not gonna fit, so we're not gonna use it today, sadly. Bro, these one thing, I'm glad that I got the improved formula. You know, sometimes I wish I was a little bit more patient, you know? Like, for example, I got quite a few Blend Buddy cosmetic palettes, you know, before she decided to bring some of them back and turn them magnetic, because, you know, she had that post like, you know how these brands be doing, like, get yours now before it's gone forever, only to return magnetic. So instead of me wasting my money, I should have waited with hopes and dreams of it coming back. Did I use this? No, I did not. I literally placed it down. We're gonna go into the shade Linda. Right on top of Beetlejuice. You kind of just go back and forth. Now you could pack it in, but no. You just literally right on top, leading into a new shade, like right there. Bruh. And I'm gonna just do sweeping motions because I kind of want this to be more blurred out. And high key, I kind of wish I could have done like, I don't know, more red. Like, now, this wasn't the reddish smoky eye that I was envisioning, because this is more plum-ish, like more wine color for the shade Beetlejuice. So it didn't come out how I thought it would be, but it's still a slay. It's very much still a slay. So I'm gonna do that. And when I do the rest of my makeup, as above, so below. So, but I'm not gonna use the shade Adam because of the sequins that I'll be seeing, and I don't want that near my eye, to be like my bottom lashes. So if anything, I'll just use this to like set with the pomade and then the powder in this one, or my ColourPop. I'll use ColourPop instead. And then what next? Go ahead, frog. Go ahead, child. Just let the frogs go at it. Which other? I'm pretty sure I used something else. Actually, I did use something else. I did use the LO3. I'm gonna close this up and go into our little ColourPop Gone Matte. This actually came in this week, and I'm going to shade the Cuddles and Ultra Suede, going back and forth between those. And then we're gonna go into, Jesus, get that lint off your brush right there on top. Just like really just swirl, set the rest of the color fix. It's actually matches my skin tone quite well. And see, it just blurs the edge of Linda. Oh, bro, I love this so much. Anyways, when I use the black, I'm gonna use the shade Roll Around underneath my eye with a pomade to set the pomade. So I shall be back with my, y'all ignore the lashes, okay? My lashes are looking a little crazy because I have them, one, I didn't bend them properly. Like, these are half length lashes, but you still need to bend them, especially like there's a way to bend your lashes if you're putting your lashes underneath. Just like how you kind of bend your lashes if you're putting on top, there's a way to do the same thing underneath. And child, this is like the fastest way I could apply lashes without doing too much. As you can see, I already started putting the pomade down below, connecting it to the cat eye that I got on top. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So hold on, let me just see if I can do this a little bit better. All right, I'm just gonna see? Boom. As above, so below. I was gonna set it with something black, but to be honest with you, nah. Now I think I'm just gonna take the tip of this and go back into the shade Beetlejuice, so I can like make a nice blurred look to it, you know? Just a tip. And do that here. And next, into the St. Linda. Wrong side, and literally towards the outer edge, leading into my blush. Because today, did I use the foundation? No, I used Vanessa Myricks in the shade Red Velvet as my blush. I went a little bit more heavy makeup-ish today because it's giving dramatics, okay? It's giving dramatics. That's what I've been kind of looking for when it comes to this red smoky eye look. So, you know, I was thinking about a red lip, but I'm thinking orange. Red and orange, you know? So we're gonna do that here. Shade Linda and kind of blend over that Beetlejuice, overlapping with each other, of course. I feel like this is a look that I want to recreate, but a little bit better. But for now, I'm satisfied with how it's looking. And I want it to be more blown up. Ah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And yeah, why not? Why not more blown out, you know? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Towards the temple, child. Connecting from top to bottom. Bro, I'm so in love. Baby, live with you. Oh my god, bro. Come on. Yep. I didn't put on any mascara. I literally just put on this half mink lash. This one's a little bit more wonky than this one, but whoa deal. I love me a half mink lash, child. I'm like, where was this when I was learning how to do my lashes? I feel like it's getting more popularity. Of course, I get my lashes from AliExpress, to be honest with you, because it's cheaper and you get more of the desired looks, child. But for now, this is the eyes, child. Let's get into the face. Surprisingly, child. Surprisingly, I hadn't decided what lip to do. Let's go back. But I know which highlight I want to do. And high key, I'm like, should I put a little bit in the inner corner? Nah. Let me get the highlight that I want to use. Okay, y'all, get into the lip combo. So on my lips, I do have two Unearthly Cosmetics. I use the shade Gloria on the outer part. Bro, when I tell you these were the two that I was thinking of when I went to the recently the Influence palette, I was like, this lip combo? That's what I was thinking when I made my orange. My lips are feeling a little tingly, but that's cool. And then in the center, in the shade Gnarly. Now time for the highlight, because you know I need to see. But I decided to go for Shine by Essie Cosmetics in the shade Iridescent Multichrome, and it's the shade Radar. Radar, y'all can't see it, but it's given red and orange, and I figured perfect. And I'm trying to resist putting it all over my lid or like my inner corner. We need to stop that. Well, I need to stop that. Y'all don't need to do anything. You can do whatever the fuck you want. And already I kind of made a dent where my glasses are, so we're gonna go into the Made by Mama Mitchell under eye thing to kind of brighten up that spot. I'm thinking into going to the shade Blaze. This is considered, which one is this? This is the darkest. Like he has 3 of these from his brand. This is like the brightening powders, the highlights. This is the darkest shade. Like I said, black girls use this one. Every last one of these are so brightening, you know? So I'm gonna use, where did it go? Where did my brush go? One moment. Honestly, this shit is so annoying. This is what happens when you're blind. You can't see shit. I'm just gonna use this puff instead of using the blush that I wanted to use. And I'm gonna go into the shade Blaze. It's peach, but it brightens. And I feel like with this red / orangey look, I don't know why it's making my lips tingle a little bit. Whatever. We're just gonna go right there and like brighten. Ah, it looks so bright already. Literally, I'm taking it, kind of cutting just a little bit. I kind of want to take my blush a little higher, but it's a little late for that. Just a little bit. And if you wear glasses, I like to do the same thing towards like where my glasses would be sitting at. Like put a lot of powder, to be honest with you, and do the same thing to like my glasses. But I experimented. If you use like a pressed powder on your glasses too, it's not going to work as well versus a loose setting powder. Like dust off whatever loose setting powder and then you put it on like the nose bridge of your, you know, wherever your glasses sit, on your glasses, like on your, physically on your glasses. And I promise you, it's going to last a little bit longer. You're not going to get that indentation. Like you still are going to get it, but it's not going to be as strong as it normally is throughout the day. Especially if you know how your glasses sit. I make sure to concentrate that area. So that way, like, because I noticed that my glasses do shift downwards. So I just put it downwards and leave it that way. Like, if I adjust my glasses, it's only going to, like, push up a little bit. And it's going to mess up a little bit if you keep doing that. But, yeah. Yeah, I do notice that, too. But, yeah. Oh, my God. Okay, let's go into the highlight radar from Shine by SD Cosmetics. We're going to use what we got. Bro. I don't know why. Oh. Anyways, oh, it's so nice. And there's another highlight that's more orange leaning than red leaning, but this is more red leaning / orange. I'm just gonna tap just a little bit and then literally, hold on, let me just all over. Let me just see if there's a little bit leading towards this area. Don't worry, we're gonna put a little bit more, just a little bit. Ooh. Rose and Bend brushes, top tier. Oh, look at that highlight. You can't see. I'm gonna turn down the exposure. Don't worry, ladies. I'm gonna do it. But I just want to put even more. Anyways, who needs a highlighter, a big ass highlighter? You know, pan when you got iridescent shades. You know. It's a shame I have to wash this off. It's such a shame. I should have done this look yesterday just so I can savor each look, but let's get into it. Oh my God, bro. Should I put some on my eyebrow? I'm not too sure. This is so grungy. I love it. Okay, let me turn down the exposure so y'all can like see what I'm talking about when it comes to this highlight. You see the highlight? Bro. It's so... Yeah. We're gonna go outside for some pictures, child, but this is it. This is the look for the Beetlejuice, child. I should do more red looks, to be honest with you. Red and orange, yeah. Toodaloo for now. Let me just show you. Hello, y'all. You see the bitch, catch the inner corner, bitch. Bro, I'm just gagged. Okay, let's get into what's on my face. I like this base much better than the last base. Technically, I was like quick shining that base last time, but you know, I took my time with this one. And the last one for both looks, from the Strange Unusual palette, I did use pretty much the same concealer, same powders, all of that stuff. For the most part, I used the LYS contour / bronzer stick in the shade Courage. Blends out like a dream. It's so creamy. I feel like I could easily go through this. I feel like this is gonna be like one of the few project pans of this year. Same with like the Danessa. I feel like these two I'm gonna be hitting pans on. These two are my ride or dies. To set those, at least for this look, I went into both powders, like this on the outer edges and the lighter shade on my inner corners, of course. Then for blushes, because again, this is the Use That Damn Product series. I had this in my stuff for a while, and these are the Huda blushes. I love these blushes. Too bad I can no longer support this lady, but bro. The Intense Guava filter, and I used Sweet Sunset Leche. I basically did an ombre effect where like I put Intense Guava towards like the back end and Sunset Liche towards the front end, and like blend those two together to make an ombre effect leading into it. And I'm so in love with it. I still don't know what highlight I want to use. I don't know. We're gonna go into Shine by SD Cosmetics, of course. Duh. For my powder, actually for my concealers, I used 2 concealers, both from the last time. Shade also from Danessa Myricks. I used the shade 10 and shade 9. 9 to brighten it up and 10 to kind of even out the tone a little bit. From this time for the foundation, I used shade, let's see, shade 10 in the tint. Technically, this is light on me. Like more like my winter shade matches more with my chest, to be honest with you. I don't be going out in the sun to get really deep, but in honesty, 11 matches me more. I'm trying to use what I got, you know, use that damn product. So yeah, I've been using that. And for the lip, I've decided for my lip liner to use NYX Line Loud lip pencil in the shade Total Baller. Again, I'm letting it sit on my face so it can like last a while, which is so stupid because I'm going to be washing this off. But let's get into the eyes, child. Obviously for my base, I'm going to be using Danessa Myricks Color Fix in the shade Nude 1, because I want it to be as close to white as possible, but not really white. For the eyebrows, of course, Danessa Myricks, I used her Groundworks palette in both the 2 darker browns and the darker brown and the black shade. But of course, let's get, bro, look at these shades, bro. Look at these shades, bro. Ah, child, this is just so intense, child. Anyways, this is the look. Let me just point out what shades we're going to be using today. On the inner corner, we will definitely be using Strawberry, Rose, and Daydream. On the middle shade, and we're also going to be using this to kind of lighten up some of those, like Rose again, in another shade. But we will be using shade Wonder in the middle. So that was kind of like a nude that matches my skin tone, but not really. And I'm guessing depending on your skin tone, you could go with any of these brown shades on top. Anyways, and I also use the shade Vintage. This is shade Wonder and Vintage. I use this on top of Wonder. Then we're going to go into the shade Ivy on the outer edge, as well as Mist upon the outer edge. And you're also going to take Mist below. We're going to stop at a certain point, like really right here, because on the inner corner, the bottom inner corner is going to be Water Lily. Bro, use a white base. Like, I wish I used a white base instead of shade 1, which technically this is as white, like it looks white, right? But like once you like use it to blend it out and stuff, it's kind of looking not as pale as I personally want it to be. And on the bottom edge with a bullet, you're gonna use like a bullet pencil, child. You're gonna use the shade Enchanted, because we're trying to use as much as possible, and Mist to like blend it out upon the bottom. And for the liner, if you don't have a liner, I did buy the set from Colourpop. Bro, wait for sales and everything, of course. Now my face is itching, child. Oh, the powder, the under eye powder. I used the One Size Ultra Pink for like, you know, because you know, technically both of them are like kind of peach, a light peach and a super bright pink, hot pink. So I figured, you know what, let's use it to like, you know, set it. Prior to that, I did use the shade Blaze to like, you know, set my under eye, and then go on top with Ultra Pink from the eye lights from Made by Mitchell. My mama Mitchell. Anyways, that's what I used. And what else? Oh, for shimmers, girl. Oh yeah, so for the waterline, my bad, child. If you don't use a white one, like a white one, and then use like whatever as close to this blue matte shadow and press it upon the white. But if you don't have that, you could use the shade Icebreaker from Colourpop as your eyeliner. Like I said, I'm not used to it, so it was very difficult for me to like put that shit on. But yeah, that's what we're dealing with today. And I did not put on fucking mascara. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother putting mascara, but put on mascara if you want to. I should, to complete the, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, from a distance I just see that green and it's just so in your face, bro, in your face. And of course I should, this is the like image from Sassy Fire. She did it recently with the Davina Beauty palette, Mango, I don't know, that shade. So that's the eye look that we're kind of copying right here, but only using this palette. And the next palette after this is going to be the Sassy Fire collaboration with Bella Beauté. I see full circle, girl. And I feel like that's going to be my sister's favorite, because her favorite is like royal blue. So yeah, I just been feeling in a light mood. So if anything, let's get into this eye look, okay? Like I said, in a corner article. Oh, I'm sorry, shimmers. Anyways, two shimmers, Daydream and Oasis. I used the Bella Beauté part, shimmer stay on the middle, and you kind of want to use those two, like put the shade Oasis on the outer quarter leading into that dark green ivy, and like towards the center, same with Daydream on the pink towards the center, and then blend those two together in the center. It's just so okay, let's just get into it real quick. Okay, I got my color face base on, make sure that there's no creases. And this part we're going to speed up because we're just going to do exactly that. Make sure to build up. Don't be afraid to go back and forth between colors so you can build up so that each one is more prominent. In fact, I might go back to the darker pink and to the darker green to like really punch that color in, because I kind of lost it within the shimmer and like the blending. Okay, so I'll do that after I'm done. But for now, have fun blending, child. May the force be with you. I was yours, you were mine, but it's time to say goodbye.
Didn't know that the honeymoon's just a phase. Now I understand, I learned it firsthand with you. Thought it would last forever. Oh, you should have loved me better. Should have loved me better, 'cause we might still be together before we split up. Always believed we would never, till the afternoon, till the afternoon. That was when the moon started to become moon. Oh, so I surrendered, 'cause I couldn't see things getting better. No, in the afternoon, in the afternoon, did what I could do, now you're in my review. Yeah, oh. Hasn't always been this wrong or this bad, but after some time I realized you and I were in the match. You should have loved me better. Should have loved me better, 'cause we might still be together before we split up. Always believed we would never, till the afternoon, till the afternoon. That was when the moon started to become moon. Oh, so I surrendered, 'cause I couldn't see things getting better. No, in the afternoon, in the afternoon, in the afternoon, in the afternoon, did what I could do, now you're in my review. Yeah, ooh, no turning back, so no, it wasn't all. Now it's time to say goodbye, say goodbye. No turning back, no, it wasn't all. Now it's time to say goodbye, say goodbye. No turning back, though we know it wasn't all. Now it's time to say goodbye, say
Okay, y'all, so I decided today I might just use, what is that, Sun Shower as my highlighter. I just need to look for a nice brush. A nice pointed brush. That's at the very highest point of my cheekbones. Oh, I forgot. Actually, I don't think I need it as much. I just basically added a little bit of bronzer over here to kind of blend into my skin, just like how I did over here. Love that. Or like take a skin tone of what you want. And yeah, I'm just gonna take this little setting brush, baby. I'm just gonna dip once into Sun Shower, actually twice, because literally not that much came off, just a little bit. And we're gonna put that on the highest point of my cheeks and just press. It's not literally that much because this is a very flaky shadow. So yeah, girl, we're just gonna use what we got, child. And I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Bro, this green is taking me out this world. Same with that purple. It's almost, well, pink. It's almost iridescent, but it's not. Dare I say it's not. It's, one thing that they know how to do well is like these, dare I say, like neon iridescent-ish colors. Like, for example, that one blue shimmer shade from the Poison Garden palette is giving these two, Daydream and Oasis. They know how to do those types of stuff quite well, actually. Ooh. Ooh. I need to stop. Okay. Ooh. That is it. Oh my god, bro. I wish I could just keep this on. I'm very I kind of want to keep this on, so I'm gonna go into the shade Angel Food Cake for the butter gloss from NYX. I already let the liner sit for a long while, actually. So and then just hold on. I obviously put on lashes and mascara, but I guess might just stick with mascara. Why do I need to put on lashes? I already put lashes in the last one, but if I were to recreate this look, lashes, child. Pick one of my this is such a nice cake. This is such a nice lip combo. Come on, NYX. But as promised, I did want to add on, use one of her lip glosses. This is the shade Carnival. Is this one of the new ones from the Green Goddess palette? I'm not too sure, but it's also from Beauté. And I'm gonna put that. Should I put that on the top? How about towards the center of the lips? Literally, I'm really liking this lip combo a lot. Like, I know it looks pinkish, but like, bro, no. This is a. I need to take off my glasses so I can actually see what the fuck. Bro, this lip combo is like out of this world, child. Same with this. Oh my god, y'all. Let's turn down the exposure just a wee bit so we can see the shimmer. Okay, we need to see what we're working with. Oh my god. That green. I don't know which one I like. The green. Honestly, it might be the green. Bruh. Put on some mascara and you good, honey. Bro. Let's see. Plus with this lip. I'm really obsessed with this lip, child. I am. This is just I have to go outside. I have to go outside in this. Girl. Hold up. Y'all. We outside. We aren't. I'm so obsessed. I put on mascara. That's it. But girl, Bella, please. Oh yes. This is just. Let's turn down the exposure just a bit so I can see how the shimmers are. Girl, do you not see the beauty? Oh my god, girl, look. Baby, this is just a nice day to walk outside in the park and just walk. Bro, I'm just so obsessed, y'all. I am. Hey y'all, so we are back. I did my face today because I'm going to work. I did my soft matte from NARS in the shade medium deep 3 Karaz. for my foundation. I did some underpainting. My LYS contour stick in the shade Courage, I believe. Then for blush, I used two. Obviously the Nessa Myricks Dancing Cream, I mean, not Dancing Queen, but Grape Soda. And the Huda Beauty Ube blush. As like, you know, right there, as well as the Ube setting powder, because I kind of want to blend into the purple because we're going for a cool tone look today. Of course, my base, my concealers, of course, the Nessa Myricks. Today I used the shade 10 and 8. A little bit for more brightening underneath. Of course, I use the Groundworks palette for my eyebrows, the browns, of course. And that is it. I kind of wish I should have gone black, right? Or that cool tone brown in here. I hadn't touched the shade Sculpted. Not once, but we're going into the Vamp palette. I really want to mess with the purples and the blues. So I have an idea of what I want to do. I'm going to pat out what we got here. I should have put some underneath, but I'm not really good at all of that. I kind of want to make it nice and fluffed out. And yeah, let's go. I think on this side, let's focus on the blues. Let's see. Blue or this. You know what? I kind of want a more fluffier blush, but whatever. We're going to go into like something like this and go into that Coffin shade out here. I'm gonna go with a bronzer shade, kind of wipe it off. Then I'm gonna go into an even denser. Where's my other? Kind of like this pencil one, and go into that shade Lasat, that navy, and right there on the inner corner. Which is this microfiber towel. And then over here, I kind of want to use a shader brush. Which one? Kind of like a shader brush and go into that shade Eternal, that light blue. That kind of sky blue, kind of grayish blue to be honest with you, but towards the inner corner mostly. And like pack that joint in, meeting the blue. I'm kind of leaving that blank because, of course, we're going to put a shimmer there. I want to go back into that more fluffier brush with that gray shade. Yes, ma'am. Dip back in whenever you need to. I kind of want to smooth out that blue on the outer parts. It's looking a little bit dusty, just a little bit. And you know what? Yeah. Hell yeah. Ooh, I should go for a cool tone brown on the outside so that way it kind of matches in instead of a bronzer. Going into that, ooh, light blue. I kind of want to mix the gray in this so that way when I go over here, it's not, you know, too outlandish, you know? There we go. Yes, ma'am. See? Not too crazy. We're going to put a different color underneath the eye. And I'm okay with just leaving the blue like that dark blue like that, because it's going to be mostly the shimmers. The shimmers for this eye is going to be Claudia and Skin of a Killer. Or, you know what? Let's go with Claudia, Daylight King, and Skin of a Killer for this eye. But underneath, might as well put in the shade that I want. Hold on. But we're going to go into that purple shade. What is that? Threshold. We're going to that threshold shade, right? And that is going to be underneath the eye, like right here. Sorry, I cannot see. So we're gonna, and it tickles my eyelashes when I do that. But yeah, just all around the bottom. I'm gonna blend it out with that lighter shade Predator. Okay, that's it for the mattes on this side. Now on this side, I'm gonna focus on the purples, child. The purples. Actually, you know what? I should have done that. Oh well. We are gonna real quick. Sorry, girl. With a clean brush, go into the shade Lestat on this side, because kind of want to do an Una reverse, but stick with like the two blues, Lestat and Eternal on the bottom lash area. So I'm just gonna stat. Now to the purples again, with your clean brush, of course. We're gonna go into that shade Threshold and Predator with the fluffy brush to blend it out. We're gonna concentrate it on the inner corner. Oh, let me make sure to pat this thing out, child, because literally it's gonna be all over the place a little bit. Not gonna hold you. And then I'm gonna go into the shade Coffin, just on this other part, just a little bit, just so I can see. It's mixing nicely, actually. You know what? Let's go into Coffin and Predator, mix those two together, and blend it out, because it's a little too dark out here. Oh, child. That's it for like the mattes. Let's get into the shimmers. Of course, we're going to use the Bella Beauté bar as our, like, you know, primer. Oh, now, which one was it? We're going to go into the shade Undead for this side. That's going to be that hollow shade. It's so pretty. It's very much a lilac kind of shade, shifting into silver. And in the inner corner is definitely going to be that nice Skin of a Killer. So, child, it's a flaky. She's, ooh, okay, Undead. Oh my god. And I see a little bit of green there, I say. I'm trying to smooth as much as I can out, because it's such a flaky shade to be picking up. Just, oh my god, bro. I'm literally stopping right below, kind of making my own little cut crease even more defined, just by like smoothing it out. Oh my god, bro. This shade is out of this world. I'm gonna have to go back into that purple on the outer part, just so it can blend even more, but I'm gonna just check it out even here. Oh my god, it's so pretty. And then I'm literally gonna go into the shade Skin of a Killer upon the inner corner. So nice. Ooh, yeah. Oh yes, girl. Yes, girl. Just a little bit right there. Boom. And a little bit down here actually too. Getting into that blue underneath for Skin of a Killer. Bro, I feel like depending on what base that you put for Skin of a Killer, it's such a nice silvery shade, child. It's so nice, bro. Let me get child, there's a childy shader. Coming on. Whoopie. Whew, child, look how it transforms that blue. Let me go into a little bit of that dark purple a little bit more, so I could just, you know, blend them together, child. It just needs to be blended, child. Just a little bit more, child. Oh my god, Jesus. Yeah, another one, 8, clearly. Bro, like that lilac, a little bit of pink. Oh, yeah. Okay, onto this side, child. Claudia is going to be all over the lid for the most part. Actually, no, Claudia is gonna go towards the navy. Then day ring towards like over here towards the light blue, and then skin of a killer in the corner. Oh, this gonna snap, child. I can feel it. Claudia, is it flaky? It's a little more hard pressed. But let's put Claudia right here. Oh, Claudia. Claudia looks so good, actually. Let me make sure the Claudia is packed in and overlapping that navy. I feel like I should have used my finger. Let's see. Yeah, much better. Much better. And then, oh, Claudia looks so good, child. And then we're going to use the shade Daylight Ring leading into Claudia. Here, Jesus Christ, Lord God Almighty. Look, look at those shimmers, child. Dear God, look at it, and kind of marry them together. I'm kind of gonna go back in with Claudia in the middle a little bit. Oh, dear God, like, come on. This is so out this fucking world, child. And of course, skin of a killer right there in that inner corner, child. I'm just gonna and kind of swoop it right here, child. Those three shimmers together is just so out the world, child. It is very much out this freaking world, bro. Right there. I love it so much, child. Let me just take away some of my sweat, child. Can you believe I wanted to wear a wig today? First of all, I'm glad that it failed. That wig was a failure, child. I didn't have no damn hairspray. The curls did not last toward the ends. I was just so mad, child. But things happen for a reason, I guess, child. I'm gonna go back into that dark navy called Lestat, just to go into that shade Claudia just a little bit more. Come on. Oh, much better, much better. Just a little bit more. Blending right into that gray. First of all, that navy and gray combo, yeah, I'm loving it a lot, child. Anyways, let me add some more blush, some mascara, and lashes, and then we will be done. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm back. I put some more blush. The highlight. Ooh, which I did like better. I put more of the I used the Danny Dockerwitz highlighter quad from Blend Bunny, and I used Skin of a Killer, and I Know That's Right. These two. So on this side, because it was purple, I was thinking about going with I Know That's Right on this side, and it looks so. She did her big one with this. And then on this side, because this is more cool, even more cool tone because of the blues, I put more silver, right? For Skin of a Killer. But then I was like, you know what? Let me mix a little bit of both of them. So that way they have elements of each other. So I literally would put like Skin of a Killer at the very, very high points right here. And then I would put I Know That's Right on top of Skin of a Killer right here, right on top. Bro, I'm so in love. And of course I put more blush. Oh my God. And then my lip combo is the Line Loud from NYX. And it's in the shade No Whining. And for the lip gloss, I put the shade Devil's Food Cake for the NYX Butter Gloss. Like, these two together, such a nice lip combo. If you want a more berry-like shade, this is just a little bit darker. You see how it matches? Bro, I'm not going to hold y'all. This side, I'm really liking the shade a lot more, to be honest with you. And you know I'm a purple girly, but then again, I also like the shimmer on it. Oh my God. I don't know which one to like. I don't know which one I like more. It's just, this is T. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know which one I like more. Anyways, let's hold on. Before I go outside, let's turn down the exposure just a wee bit, you know? So we can see what we're working with. Oh my God, look at Skin of the Killer in the corners for both. Hey. Oh my God, girl, let's just do it. Bro, I'm just so, baby, and this highlight, oh my goodness. That formula is very glittery, I will say that, but it does disappear when you look forward. So I can't wait to blind people at work. Like, first of all, the weekend is always horrible for me, but like, at least I get to blind people for now. Bro, I'm just so in love. Let's turn up the exposure just a little bit so you can see what we're working with. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. Which one do you like? Which one do you like? Which one do you like? I don't know. Oh my goodness, I don't know, child. I don't know which one I like. No highlighter for the nose today. But let's go outside real quick before I gotta dress up for work, child. First of all, it's very cloudy outside, but look at this. I feel like for a cloudy day like this, the side is like really pulling me. It's really pulling me together. Oh my God, bro, look at that. Let's turn down the exposure just a wee bit, just a little bit, just so I can see what bro, I don't know which side I like better. I really don't. Anyways, toodaloo for now. And I'm thinking the next palette to use is Basic Witch, and then I'm going to save the best for last. When I mean best, I mean the best color story that my sister loves the most. For now. Bye-bye. Hey y'all, I'm very short. Today, we're gonna do this, but on this side, don't worry, any mistakes will be covered up by shimmer, because we're finally playing with the Basic Witch, okay? I'm saving the last palette that I got for year for last. Maybe tomorrow? Actually, yeah. Hell yeah, tomorrow, because I'm off tomorrow. So, yeah, this is gonna be the palette that we're working with. It's so pretty. I'm going to be honest with you, part of the reason why I held off of buying it, no matter how many restocks they had, was because I already had the Deandra Nicole palette, and I already have a few, you know, single my eyeshadows from Terra Moon Cosmetics. So I was like, you know what, it's a lot of purples up in here. Even the shade Black Cat, it gives plum. It gives a very, very black purple. You know how they have green purple? I mean, no, I'm sorry. You know how they have like a green black, a blue black? This is giving purple black, you know? And I like the shade Black Cat, you know? It's very nice, deep. I'm trying to recreate this. It's been a while since I've done a cut crease like this. Actually, God knows how long. So I hadn't done the whole eye yet because I'm going to be cleaning it up anyways. But here's some major shades I'm thinking of today. Obviously, we're going to go into the shade Black Cat, Hecate, a little bit of Black Magic, Conjure, Grimoire, and of course, Creep It Real. And I'm thinking for the shade Hocus Pocus as for this green. And then I think, you know what? I don't know what I want to do for my inner corner. I mean, I was thinking about Cauldron, but Cauldron, you know what? I should do, Hocus Pocus and Cauldron on the green, on top of the green, like kind of layer them back and forth between each other with Hocus Pocus on the outer edges, like, and then this Cauldron being in the center of the green. And shoot, you know what? Let's go for Perfectly Wicked, maybe. Well, Perfectly Wicked doesn't have a shift. So you know what? We're just gonna stick with the greens for the shimmers today, because baby, this is nice. And then you know what, I'm gonna go for Incantation, that orange. I'm sorry, Incantation for like a highlight brow. So yeah, let's see what we got. I'm using the Blend Bunny Cosmetics / Lens Makeup collaboration brushes, as well as this liner brush that I got from Blend Bunny. Of course, get you some Vaseline. If you got micellar water, it probably would be better because Vaseline is a little bit messy. And a white base if you're my skin tone. We're gonna, whatever is here is gonna be cleaned up in with, you know, concealer or whatever. But let's get started, shall we? Okay, y'all, so with a liner brush, we're going into that shade Black Cat, and we're gonna do a kind of winged out cat eye look, just like on the other side. Just keep building upon it and kind of just go a little bit deeper. Then you're gonna go into the shade Hecate, and right on top it just builds a little bit more depth, but as close to that Black Cat shade as possible, because you need space for the shade Black Magic to go on top with the same clean brush, but on a, you know, on a microfiber towel. So really right there on top. And then you're gonna go in with the shade Conjure. I just flipped it over, and same thing on top of Black Magic, kind of overlapping a little bit. Look at that nice blend. You're gonna go in with a bullet brush and go in with the shade Grimoire, and keep going back and forth between each color until you build up each one. That's why I said go with the shade white if you're like my shade. If I were you, get some micellar water, and with those pointed Q-tips or anything that you have on your disposal, and clean up the bottom part. And you're gonna go back in with the same white base as close to that line as humanly possible. Okay, I was struggling a little bit here because I felt like the brush I used was a little too fluffy towards the tips of it. So yeah, go with something a little bit more stiff and very slowly stamp it in at the top and bottom. This moment, use like a dense but kind of small packing brush and mix the two shades Hecate and Black Cat More of Hecate than Black Hat, but like just mix those two colors up on the same brush and start kind of patting it in like a small V shape. And with a liner brush, take Black Hat at the bottom and blend it out with Hecate. Then you're going to take that pink shade Conjure and right on the edge, blend the edges out with the shade Conjure. Do the same thing at the bottom. As above, so below. That's all I got to say. You're going to take that orange shade Grimoire and do the same thing, overlapping the shade Conjure. And you're just going to have to go back and forth between all the shades so that way it's more prominent. And with a dense shader brush, you're going to go into that shade Creep It Real? Sorry, my bad. Top and bottom, because I want the shimmer shades when I go into the inner corner to like pop up on that green. You're going to take whatever your favorite shimmer glue is. I'm using Bella Beauté bar, of course. And tapping it over, gently tap it over. Like put it on the back of your hand and tap it over with a brush. This time I'm using like literally the same brush. So that way when I go in and pick it up with the shimmer, it's going to be tacky on the brush. I'm going into that shade Resting Witch Face at the very end into that dark color. And then for the majority of the lid, Hocus Pocus. Like look at that blend. And you got to blend them both into each other. Because Resting Witch Face has a little bit of green depending on how you shift around. So that's why I decided to like use that as well. And then you're going to use the shade Cauldron in the inner corner and also at the bottom of your inner corner. And that should be it. All right, y'all, we are done. I'm so loving it. Bro, like, get into it. I used the shade, that orange and pink shade, hold on, Perfectly Wicked and Incantation as my highlighter shade over the blush It Girl from, obviously, Miss Danessa Myricks. Surprising I didn't use that many Danessa Myricks products today. I'm kind of weaning off. Okay, a little bit. My NYX liner in the shade Total Baller. I need to sharpen it before I go to work. And today I'm using the shade, Jesus, what is this? Chalk Luxe from e.l.f. And it's their Glow Lip Reviver Lip Oil. Bro, like, stop it. I'm so in love with this. Let's turn down the exposure real quick so we can see what we are working with. Oh yeah. Like, that green has a little bit of blueness to it. And I'm so glad that I added that Resting Witch Face towards the beginning. Yeah, girl. Yeah, because like on a flip, like if you flip it a certain way, Resting Witch Face has a little bit of some kind of green, a dark green to it. Babes, this is so nice. And I went back over it with a liner brush for a Black Hat on both of them so you can like be more defined. So that line over it is even more defined. Bro, it looks so good. It looks so delicious. High key, I kind of want to do an ombre brush next time. If I ever recreate this, an ombre blush next time, like with an orange blush and a pink blush. That would have been magnificent, child, because girl, this is just nice. Let's go outside, shall we? Y'all, we outside. Girl, look at this. Look at this. First of all, this is so fucking pretty. I'm like losing it. I'm losing it. Like, first of all, their shimmers, top tier. Let's turn down the exposure just a little bit, child. Oh yeah, girl. Look at that, y'all. Until the next time, this is gonna be like the last video. I mean, last palette for, at least for last year's palettes from Bella Beauté bar. Okay, see you next time. Hey you guys, so today is the final look for this video. Y'all, I'm so excited to show my sister because she's so in love with blues, mostly royal blue. But today I don't really have an actual plan. I do know on this side with the dark eyebrow, I do want to go with the lighter tones. And on the light brow, I want to go with the darker tones to kind of emulate, you know, the feeling of bleach eyebrows, but diet blue, you know. But bro, I'm so, look at this. And you know what? I'm not even that big of a blue fan. But lately, like, I've been fucking with blues. especially with that Jesus Winter Wonderland palette. It's a purple. It's really perfect for like my blue purple kind of obsession. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. So on this side for my eyebrows, for the base, I use the Danessa Myricks Color Fix colors. I use Oasis for the light brow and the shade Primary Blue on this side. And to set them, I use this palette, of course, the shade Winter Woods for the primary blue, and what is it, Silver Mist on this side. I feel like on this side for the lighter, I'm definitely gonna have to go for like play with like these light shimmery shades. There's a lot of, to me, topper shades in my humble opinion. Ooh, bro. Hold on. Which one was that? Oh my god, bro. Look at those tones though. I need to calm down. So I don't know what to do. I'm thinking let me go for the lighter shades first, so that way it's easy for me to clean my brush on this white. So for the lighter, I am going to use the shade Silver Mist all over the lid because I'm trying to tone down the other tones that I will be using on this eye. So that way everything is kind of icy on this side with the dark eyebrow. You remember, top and bottom. Then I'm going to the shade Periwinkle and just go into my crease right there. Whatever other problems on top can be softened with bronzer or whatever your foundation shade is. Remember, as above, so below. Then I'm going into the shade Winter Woods to kind of deepen out that V, that outer V part, and kind of slowly go halfway through. And you're going to do the same thing at the bottom. Well, actually, we're going into the shade Pixie Ring at the bottom because I want it a little bit more purple. And when you kind of mix Winter Woods and blend it out with Pixie Ring at the bottom, it looks so good. You're going to go into whatever foundation shade that you're in for the powder and just soften those edges. Then on the other side, you're going to go into the same shade, Winter Woods on the outer V. I did the same thing at the bottom. However, I did try to see if I could go into the shade Chainlink, but on my eye, it looks too similar. So I ended up using it at my bottom shade, to be honest with you, instead. So instead, I decided to change it and go into Weeping Willow to kind of brighten out that part because I didn't like Chainlink in the crease. And I did the same thing at the bottom, but with Chainlink and with Weeping Widow as my bottom eye, so I can use the majority of the mattes. Then I'm going into the shade Breakstone, and I'm using that all over the lid. Just pack that joint in, just pack it all in, and it kind of softens up part of it. So the whole point of me kind of doing that is because, I kind of want to soften things up with my bronzer, because. And then we're going to wipe off whatever shimmer we got and put on some liner. The tool that I'm using, I love it if you have super curly eyelashes and you need to be able to get your stuff done. So I'm just going to line my liner just a little bit. And you're going to take your favorite shimmer glue. I'm using Bella Beauté bar, of course. And for the lighter side, I decided to go into that shade, what is it? Forgarena? Whatever. It's between Chainlink and Pixie Ring, because it has a blue/purple shift, and I feel like that would be so well with the Periwinkle. And then for the middle shade, I'm going into the shade Will O' the Whips. And in that inner corner, you're going to go for the iridescent shade Moonshine. I noticed that most of these shades are really good topper shades. So literally, these are so dope. And most of these shades are really flaky, so I suggest using a silicone tool. I also use the shade Moonshine on the other side for my inner corner. And I decided to go into the shade, Delepium on my outer V, leading into Winter Woods. And in the middle, I decided to use the shade Illusion. Bro, those combinations look so good on the eye. I love it. Okay, y'all, we are done. Lashes are done. I didn't put no highlight on because I cannot find my Blend Bunny palette from from the Tosh collab. So here's what it is. I did steal the lippy from Oh Girl just for the tutorial look, and I love it so much. Let's turn down the exposure, shall we? And I need to go outside for some, bro. This is so nice, bro. Bro, I'm so in love with this look. But I gotta go switch to a neutral look for the lippy, at least. You know? Let's go outside, okay? Okay, y'all. We are outside, yo. I'm so in love. I'm so in love. For the editorial look, for the lippy, I love it too. But I'm definitely gonna have to like switch over to a neutral look so I can go out. But like the eyes stay the same. And I hope I find my palette for my highlighter. Cause girl. So this is it, y'all. This is it. I'm so excited. This is the last look for this video. Tell me what you think, which one is your favorite, and I'll be gone.